Hi, I'm Michael Green, and I'm the Program Manager for Guest Configuration, and I'd like to guide you through this document. So what we're going to dig into here is what is an assignment resource? And the context here, just think about it this way. Whether it's built-in or custom, there's a configuration. The configuration is the moth file. It's in that zip package, and it's sitting somewhere, usually blob storage, anywhere that's accessible over HTTPS. And then you have machines. Could be a machine in Azure that's a Microsoft.compute/virtual machine. Could be outside of Azure, so it could be Arc connected, an Arc-enabled server being projected into ARM. Now you need something that connects them. I need this configuration to be linked or have a pointer to this machine. That's what a guest assignment is. And when we call it a guest assignment resource, it's because in Azure, Azure Resource Manager is the API, and whenever you create something, that's a resource in the API. It could be a storage account, could be a network, could be a VM. So the assignment, the guest assignment, is a resource. Just like when you create a storage account, it's a resource. And that resource contains all the information about how the configuration should be assigned, and it also is used to store information that's come back from the machine. So we're going to dig into what exactly that looks like. So the way these are created, you'll see if you're using the authoring module and creating your own content, is in the metadata section, even for an audit policy, but also for policies that apply things. You'll see, besides the category being guest space configuration, you'll see the word guest configuration with a name and a version, and possibly, if it's custom, a content URI and content hash. So that's where this information gets stored to create the guest assignments resource that kicks everything off. So we document here, both for audit if not exists or deploy if not exists, you'll see that metadata section. What's actually happening there is whenever policy does a check to the guest configuration resource provider and says, what's the state of, in that case, it was Azure Windows Baseline, latest version for that machine, that's the triggering mechanism that has the guest configuration service create all of the back-end magic so that that configuration is assigned to the machine. And when the machine agent requests what configurations should I be applying, where do I get them, all that's handled by that metadata in the policy. You can manually create guest configuration assignments. So you can actually take, here's an example, you can take a snippet like this and just append it to, like, so let's say that you're deploying a virtual machine and you just want to deploy the VM, and then as like a one-off case, I just want to deploy a VM and assign this configuration, much in the same way you would have used DSC extension in the past. You can do that. And so the purpose of this section is to document, you see in this snippet that in blue here, there's each of these property names. The purpose of this part of the document is to describe what are each of these properties and, you know, when and how would you use them. And from here, I would actually go into the how-to guides. There is a page on how to build under guest configuration. There we go. Create a guest configuration assignment. It's under guest configuration under how to. That's where I would go from here, because that contains examples both for ARM, Bicep, and Terraform of how to do something like this, how to use these properties, and then actually go deploy it as a new resource assigned to a machine. And then after that, I would go take a look at how to see the results of that configuration in the Get Compliance Data page. Thanks.